Tigers and other exotic animals are absolutely adorable, but are they pet material? For a lot of people, the answer is actually yes. While laws may vary from state to state and from country to country, most every exotic animal on this earth can be yours, as long as you follow a steep list of guidelines. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, a whopping 1 in 10 households in America owns at least one exotic animal. Whether their wild animal of choice adapts to domesticated life quite easily, like Brutus the grizzly, or doesn't, see Jake the hyena. These scariest pet owners understand the wild nature of their pets and believe that just the right amount of TLC can turn their ferocity into daily cuddles. That said, here are the scariest pets people actually own, straight from the wild and onto your screen. So read on and wonder what life would be like with your very own hippo. Welcome to our channel, Eve Top 10. Here we bring you the list of 10 scariest pets people actually own. Click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified anytime for regular updates. Number 10 is Madagascar hissing cockroach. Hissing cockroaches, Grumphodorhina portentosa, also known as Madagascar hissing roaches or hissers, are relatively large insects that are known for their ability to make noise and their ease of handling. Hissing cockroaches make ideal insect pets, as they are easy to care for, inexpensive, and make interesting captives. How big can a hissing cockroach get? Hissing cockroaches start life as quarter-inch nymphs, baby roaches, and can reach adult size at 5 to 6 months of age under the proper conditions. Large adult males may measure up to 4 inches in length and weigh almost an ounce. Hissing cockroaches will grow throughout their lives and shed their exoskeleton when they do so. Young roaches will shed much more frequently than older animals. After your pet hisser sheds, it will be soft and white for several hours. According to this Newsweek article, Madagascar hissing cockroaches are increasing so much in popularity that pet retailers like Petco are beginning to sell them regularly, some for only $5.95 per roach. Entomologists also argue that giving a child one of these cockroaches is very safe and can actually help them overcome their fear of bugs. Number 9 is tiger. The tiger is a keystone apex predator in his ecosystem. An adult male tiger is the worst nightmare of any forest dweller. The tiger has earned a fearsome reputation in culture and literature thanks to its ruthlessly aggressive temperament and intimidating presence. There are not many animals that a tiger cowers to, with the obvious exception of a Homo sapien with a gun. Most wild animals in the tiger's habitat are usually wary of the beast and maintain their distance due to obvious reasons. Even large herbivores like elephants, rhinoceroses, and gaurs avoid confronting a tiger. Other sympatric predators in the region like leopards and crocodiles usually like to live their separate ways, since confronting an apex predator and attempting to fend it off can potentially be an invitation to life-threatening mortal wounds and would significantly lower the chances of survival of both the parties involved. After a video surfaced showing boxer Floyd Mayweather struggling to control his pet tiger in a crowded hotel room, thousands of animal rights activists came to the defense of the tiger, claiming that the animal was being severely mistreated. If nothing else, this public struggle has communicated a sense of apprehension to others who may have underestimated the care these big cats need and desire. Number 8 is kangaroo. Damien the pet kangaroo loves to play tag, or maybe just enjoys chasing after his owner, Jackson O'Doherty. Though it's not advised to keep kangaroos as domesticated house pets, Damien seems intent on being his owner's best friend. The kangaroo is only found in the Australian continent. Those who have pet kangaroos say kangaroos need plenty of room to run and graze. Roos are not house pets. They don't ride in cars, walk on leashes, or do tricks. They are shy and easily stressed in strange situations. Number 7 is reindeer. The reindeer, Reindeer tarandus, also known as the caribou in North America, is a species of deer with circumpolar distribution, native to Arctic, subarctic, tundra, boreal, and mountainous regions of northern Europe, Siberia, and North America. This includes both sedentary and migratory populations. Reindeer herd size varies greatly in different geographic regions. The tamer herd of migrating Siberian tundra reindeer, RT sibericus, in Russia is the largest wild reindeer herd in the world. varying between 400,000 and 1 million. What was once the second largest herd is the migratory boreal woodland caribou, RT caribou, George River herd in Canada, with former variations between 28,000 and 385,000. As of January 2018, there are fewer than 9,000 animals estimated to be left in the George River herd, as reported by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. The New York Times reported in April 2018 of the disappearance of the only herd of southern mountain caribou in the contiguous United States, with an expert calling it functionally extinct after the herd size dwindled to a mere 3 animals. At the end of a long day, Atu, the reindeer, just wants to sit down in an easy chair and watch his favorite show, Heartbeat. According to his owners, the Finnish reindeer acts more like a dog and enjoys eating dinner at the table with the rest of the family every night. Meet the only reindeer with exceptional table world. Meet the only reindeer with exceptional table manners. Number 6 is hyena. Hyenas or hyenas, from ancient Greek Iova, hyena, are feliform carnivore mammals of the family Hyendae. With only 4 extant species in 3 genera, it is the 5th smallest biological family in the Carnivora and one of the smallest in the class Mammalia. Despite their low diversity, hyenas are unique and vital components of most African ecosystems. Spotted hyenas may kill as many as 95% of the animals they eat, while striped hyenas are largely scavengers. Generally, hyenas are known to drive off larger predators, like lions, from their kills, despite having a reputation in popular culture for being cowardly. Hyenas are primarily nocturnal animals, but sometimes venture from their lairs in the early morning hours. With the exception of the highly social spotted hyena, hyenas are generally not gregarious animals, though they may live in family groups and congregate at kills. Brian Hahn adopted his pet hyena, Jake, because other house pets bored him. He kept Jake locked up in his Miami, Florida apartment until finally realizing that his hyena needed a place to be free from the tiny dimensions of his home. Hahn eventually decided to take her to an exotic pet sanctuary, and in this heartwarming video, her owner surprised Jake on her 4th birthday, and you can tell just how much she missed him. Number 5 is fox. Foxes don't make good pets. Although they are very rarely aggressive to humans, they may bite if distressed or panicked, which, as wild animals, they can become quite easily if in contact with people. It's because they're so highly wired, says Bowler. May 7, 2016. Juniper the fox is so famous that she now has gathered over 2 million Instagram followers, and for good reason. Unlike other wild foxes, Juniper is trusting and domesticated, though her owners admit that she still likes to dig and bite, which will undoubtedly never be bred out of a fox's true nature. They have not been domesticated, so they are difficult to tame, and many people report damage and chaos in the home sometimes. Foxes don't make good pets, but people still pet them. The RSPCA does not condone keeping foxes as pets because foxes are wild animals. Their needs are very specific and require specialist care. Number 4 is alligator. An alligator as a pet? That thing will eat you. Well, not quite. Fatalities from alligator attacks are very rare, and indeed, all of the deaths that have occurred are from wild animals. The reason is obvious. It's far easier to be surprise attacked by a wild camouflaged alligator than one in a clear small pool in captivity. Also, alligators do not chase people. Alligators may attack defensively, but mostly do not view humans as prey. So it should be removed from your mind that they will sneak into your house and eat your children. At the time of this writing, there hasn't even been a single fatal attack by an alligator in the U.S. in the last 5 years, wild or captive. There has been a case or two of severe maiming by wild alligators. In 2000 to 2007, there have been around 10 fatalities, again by wild animals. People who oppose exotic animals in captivity love for the public to ignore things like this. But as one should expect, owning an alligator, and obviously a crocodile, which isn't as common, while not likely to be a fatal endeavor as long as you don't do anything monumentally stupid, can be quite dangerous because the handler is at risk of getting bitten. Number 3. Hippopotamus. Hippos have a reputation in fiction as gentle giants. In reality, they can turn violent and even kill people. Hippos are remarkably agile and aggressive. They occasionally kill or scavenge impala, kudu, and buffalo. Sometimes they even kill humans. On nightly sojourns out of the water, hippos trek miles to nibble on tasty vegetation, including crops, making humans and hippos uneasy neighbors. The majority of people from overseas are not aware of how dangerous these animals can be, says Johan Eckstein, a South African conservation ecologist who has researched hippo-related issues for nearly 3 decades and now works for the Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks Agency. Tourists see a hippo repeatedly yawn and assume the animal's happy and content. They are a threat sign, says Eckstein. Unfortunately, we did not know how the hippo being fed on had died, as this may have shed more light on the behavior, he says. Hippos sometimes attack humans too. They don't go out and hunt humans, but if you encounter them on the way back to the water and you are in between, says Eckstein, then you have to make a plan. Hippos also play an important ecological role. Their habit of vigorous dung spraying and stirring up the river bottom enriches the rivers and benefits fish populations, says Eckstein. Number 2 is grizzly bear. Today, brown or grizzly bears tend to live in coastal or mountain forests, but they evolved in treeless habitat that influenced their behavioral response to perceived threats. For instance, they are more likely than black bears to defend themselves when threatened. A black bear's first line of defense is retreat, but grizzlies, especially sows with cubs, can be very aggressive towards other bears and people they perceive as threats. Can grizzly bears be friendly? Bears are not ferocious. Bears are normally shy, retiring animals that have very little desire to interact with humans. Unless they are forced to be around humans to be near a food source, they usually choose to avoid us. Grizzlies are not good tree climbers, though it's important to note that they can climb trees. For instance, a mother grizzly will usually aggressively defend her cubs on the ground rather than send them up a tree as a black bear sow will. While most grizzly bears feel threatened by the presence of humans, this cuddly guy named Brutus follows his owner around everywhere. Brutus's owner and founder of the Montana Grizzly Encounter, Casey Anderson, says that his grizzly pal feels similar emotions to humans. He just stood by me unconditionally and he listened to me, and he was there when I was crying. It's truly what I needed from him. This relationship is a give and take. Number 1 is lion. Lions are surprisingly easy and inexpensive to purchase as pets. While import and interstate trade are prohibited, they are available in many states from captive breeders. This means it is possible to own a large and powerful carnivore whether or not you are equipped to properly care for them. Humaid Al-Bakaish, a billionaire living in the United Arab Emirates, likes to collect exotic animals, and his Instagram is dedicated to showing off his latest playthings. From flamingos to cheetahs, this guy has an entire safari in his backyard. In Dubai, all of people's pets, the lions and other wild animals. But in some countries, petting wild is strictly prohibited. Thanks for watching the video. Which animals have we missed? Comment down below and let us know.